If you walked into a gym and saw a massive athlete crying in pain while lifting a weight my grandmother would use, you'd probably laugh. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. You'd think it was a prank. How could lifting a 5-pound dumbbell possibly build muscle? It defies everything we know about no pain, no gain in heavy lifting. But what if I told you that this isn't a joke? It is one of the most scientifically validated biohacks in existence. Today, we are talking about blood flow restriction training, or BFR. It was originally known as Kaatsu in Japan. It is the only known method that allows you to trick your brain into thinking you are lifting a 500-pound squat when you are actually lifting a broomstick. We are going to explore how trapping blood in your muscles creates a chemical environment that forces growth, why this method triggers a 290-fold increase in growth hormone, and exactly how to use these bands safely so you don't cut off your circulation. Before we start, please hit the like button and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. First, let's clear up the mechanism. The goal of blood flow restriction is not to stop blood flow completely, that's a tourniquet, and that leads to amputation. We don't want that. The goal is venous occlusion. Your arteries, which bring oxygenated blood into the muscle, are deep and pressurized. Your veins, which take used blood out of the muscle, are shallow and low pressure. By applying a specific amount of tightness, we allow the blood to rush in, but we prevent it from leaving. Imagine filling a bathtub with the drain plugged. The muscle fills with fluid. This creates a hypoxic, or low oxygen, environment. Usually, when you lift light weights, your body uses type 1 slow-twitch fibers. These fibers run on oxygen and can go forever without getting tired. That's why you can lift a pink dumbbell 100 times and feel nothing. But with BFR, there is no oxygen. The type 1 fibers suffocate and quit within seconds. Your brain panics and thinks, we are under a heavy load. It immediately recruits the massive type 2 fast-twitch fibers, the ones with the most growth potential, to handle the light weight. You are effectively bypassing the warm-up fibers and getting straight to the growth fibers. We used to think the only way to grow muscle was mechanical tension, physically tearing the fiber with heavy weight. But BFR proves there is a second pathway, metabolic stress. Because the blood is trapped, the waste products of contraction, specifically lactate, or lactic acid, cannot escape. They pool in the muscle. This burning sensation you feel isn't just pain, it's a signal. The rapid accumulation of lactate lowers the pH of the muscle cell. This cellular swelling and acidity send a distress signal up the nervous system to the hypothalamus in the brain. The message is simple: we are in a survival situation. We need to adapt now. This creates a muscle growth response without the joint-crushing damage of heavy loads. You get the biochemical benefit of a heavy squat without the spinal compression. Here is the statistic that made BFR go viral. In a landmark study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology by Dr. Takarada, researchers looked at the hormonal response to low-intensity occlusion training. They found that after a BFR session, growth hormone levels spiked by 290 times baseline. Not 290%. 290 times. That's a lot. So, why does this happen? The trapped lactate stimulates the pituitary gland to dump growth hormone to repair the perceived damage. And here is the cool part, that growth hormone doesn't just stay in the arm you trained. Once you release the bands, also called reperfusion, that hormone-rich blood rushes through your entire body. This means BFR on your legs could theoretically help burn fat on your stomach or help repair a tendon in your shoulder, due to this systemic wash of anabolic hormones. It is a full-body biohack initiated by a single limb. Is it safe? Now, I know what you're thinking. Doctor, isn't this dangerous? Will I get a blood clot? This is a valid fear, but the research is surprisingly reassuring. A massive survey of over 12,000 Kaatsu users in Japan found that the rate of serious side effects, like thrombosis, was actually lower than in the general population. But why? It's because while the blood is trapped during the set, the moment you release the band, there is a shear stress effect. The blood rushes back with high velocity, which actually scrubs the blood vessels and releases compounds that prevent clotting. This is fibrinolytic activity. However, there are rules you must follow. Do not use this if you have a history of deep vein thrombosis, also known as DVT. Do not leave the bands on for more than 20 minutes. Do not use this if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure, as BFR does temporarily spike BP during the squeeze. If you are healthy, the vascular system is robust enough to handle this. In fact, it acts as a workout for your blood vessels, improving their elasticity over time. This is where BFR shines brightest. In a clinical setting, we use this for patients who literally cannot lift heavy. Maybe you just had ACL surgery. Maybe you have severe tendinitis or arthritis. If you put a 300-pound bar on an ACL patient's back, you might destroy the knee. But if you give them a 5-pound weight and a BFR band, they can stimulate muscle synthesis, the mTOR pathway, equal to heavy lifting. Studies show that BFR can completely prevent muscle atrophy during periods of immobilization. Even just walking with the bands on can maintain leg size in the elderly. If you are injured, BFR is the difference between coming back weak and small, or coming back ready to perform and recover muscle mass and strength faster. So, how do you do it? You don't need the $5,000 computerized machine the proteins use. You can use simple Velcro bands or even wraps, but placement and tightness are critical. Placement should be high on the limb. For arms, right below the deltoid, in the armpit groove. For legs, right at the top of the thigh, near the groin. And tightness, this is subjective, but we use the perceived pressure scale. 0 is no pressure. 10 is a tourniquet. This is characterized by feeling pain, numbness, and loss of pulse. You want a 7 out of 10. If your hand turns white or blue, it's too tight. If you feel pins and needles immediately, it's too tight. You should still be able to feel a pulse at your wrist or ankle. The goal is to feel a fullness or a pump, not sharp pain. If you lose sensation, take it off immediately, it could be dangerous. Finally, can you use this on rest days? Absolutely. This is often called cellular swelling or a flush. By using BFR passively or with very light movement, like slow walking or cycling, for 5 to 10 minutes, you can drive blood into the tissue to deliver nutrients without causing further muscle damage. Think of it as force feeding your muscles the nutrients they need to heal. It's not a workout, it's a recovery accelerator. Many powerlifters use this the day after a max effort squat session to relieve soreness and stiffness. Here is the doctor's verdict: work smarter, not just harder. We are conditioned to believe that results only come from suffering under crushing weights. BFR challenges that dogma. It shows us that if we understand the biology, the oxygen, the lactate, the hormones, we can manipulate the system. You don't always have to break your body to build it. Whether you are an elite athlete trying to squeeze out an extra 1% of growth, or someone rehabbing a painful injury, blood flow restriction is a tool you need in your arsenal. Respect the physiology, follow the safety rules, and prepare for the best pump of your life with the lightest weight you own. I'm Dr. Levitas, helping you train smarter. Watch this video suggestion, it was especially picked for you. Also share, comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos to empower your health and fitness journey. So, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.